Welcome to Connections. I'm your host, April Haley. I'm sitting here with my good friend, Denise Chavous. She's currently in second year, and next year she's going to be on staff on the internship year. Hey, Denise, welcome.
Hey, April. Thank you so much. I'm so excited to be here.
I'm so excited you're here. This is amazing.
Yes.
I love you. I love your story. I love who you are, and I would love for you to tell everyone about it. So,
Okay.
can you tell us your story?
Yes, I am an only child. I am currently a single mom. I have 2 daughters. My oldest daughter will be 16 this year.
Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh, she's 16. And my youngest is 13, so she'll be 14 later this year. But as it pertains to my story, like I said, I am an only child. I feel like I say I'm a true only child because like neither one of my parents ever had kids with anyone else.
Okay. Wow.
And I was raised in a single parent household by my mom, just like, I am currently a single parent. So my father wasn't around. My mom and dad never got married. But even though my mom was there, she took care of me. I feel like she was an absently present or presently absent. Her own words were she didn't think she was going to live past her 30th birthday, so she intentionally pushed me away and did not allow me to emotionally connect with her because she didn't want me connecting with someone who wasn't going to be there. So as a result, I struggle severely in my mind with connections. Being an only child, not having siblings, not knowing how to connect with people as friends, feeling socially awkward, being taught by my parents how to be connected to and affectionate. And so it caused me to really struggle in friendships and in relationships, which is why, I ended up in a single parent relationship myself, because the types of relationships, the types of friendships that I have were just unhealthy because that was what I was taught. That was my normal, if that makes sense.
Yeah, that makes tons of sense.
Yeah. So as far as I feel like, I went to all 3 years of BASSM, and one of the things that we talk about is laughing at the lie.
Yeah.
And I literally have a picture of you, me, and Jen Stockman. It was St. Patrick's Day. The only reason I remember that is because I have on this crazy St. Patrick's headband in the picture. And we're laughing at the lie that no one wants to connect with me.
Yeah. Because
that has been what has been echoed throughout my life. And as a result of laughing at that lie and, vocalizing it, because that's all, when you vocalize a lie, you could be like, oh my God, is that true? Is that what I really believe? Or, it doesn't make any sense. It's so stupid when you say it out loud. I have just been in this course of reconnecting and learning how to connect in healthy ways with people, with my daughters, in relationships, with friends, and just really going after health and family.
Yeah. That's amazing.
Thank you.
So I know your mountain is family.
Yes.
Like that's absolutely what screams you.
Yes.
How did you find that was your mountain?
Well, Leif Hetland will often say, what's the thing that you have been attacked in the most? And, when I thought about it, like I'm saying, having a mom, but feeling like she wasn't there even though she was. And, I love my mom. We have a relationship this day. We talk about things, but having a mom, having a dad, going through the things that I went through in my relationship with my girl's dad, and feeling like connections and family, starting this life in a broken family, feeling like that wasn't something that I ever wanted to participate, but then duplicating it, just because I don't feel like I had the tools to help better choices to end me up in a different situation. And it's like, as much as I love my family, like, I love the idea of family. I just didn't feel like I had that as much as I wanted to personally. And so when you think about what is the thing that you've been attacked in the most, it's like, that's it. That's it. I didn't have a mother and father model. I didn't have husband and wife model. And then here I am reduplicating, not having husband and wife model for my kids, not having mother and father model in my kids, and looking at God's creation of the family unit, nuclear, you know, having both the male and the female in the family, and knowing like so much I didn't get, so much that I internally didn't provide for my kids, that like this is my mountain. And then me, oh my God, just being a single mom, like realizing how the struggle of taking care of this family by myself, and realize that this is not the will of God. Like this is not how he created family for us, that there's a reason for having a husband and a wife and a male and a father. Like it was ultimately what I have been attacked in the most.
Yeah.
And so that was a big key of figuring out, like, what have I been attacked in the most? Like, this is it. This is it.
Yeah. But the thing you didn't duplicate, which was so awesome, is you didn't disconnect from your kids.
No,
Yeah.
I didn't.
I
was young enough. I had my first daughter when I was 19, and I had my second daughter when I was 21. So I was actually young enough to remember the things that I didn't like.
Yeah.
And the things that I wanted to do differently. So one of the things that I didn't really have a voice. I wasn't really able to communicate, you know, how I felt. And so I let my kids talk to me. You know, this kind of goes into parenting, but, you know, the Bible says to train up a child, not to control a child. And I feel like a lot of the parenting that I saw was more control than training.
Yeah.
And so again, I felt like that's why it led me to not know how to make healthy choices, because I wasn't given the training ground to. I was just told what to do. That I empowered my children at a very early age to talk to me, to let me know how they felt, to do things that I didn't necessarily agree with, in the terms of this is what I'm advising, but you have the choice. Just know there's a consequence. So, like you said, I just felt like he gave these kids to me, and we were gonna figure it out. Whatever that looked like, we were gonna figure it out. If we cried together, if we laughed together, if we had to split meals together because I didn't have enough for everybody, we were gonna figure it out. But I was gonna be there for them in ways that I felt like other people weren't there for me.
Which is just, it's just so beautiful.
Yeah.
The way that you tell your story. Like, it's just so beautiful. I mean, it's awesome. How did you strengthen yourself when you were raising two kids by yourself without really any outlet? You didn't really have a mom and dad that you could go to. You didn't, you know, you don't have any siblings. Like, you didn't have your mom to come grab your kids so you could have a break.
Right.
So how did you strengthen yourself?
So I would say the joy of the Lord is my strength. So, and I have a two-part answer for this. Many people who know me laugh at me all the time. They think I'm hilarious, and sometimes I don't know why. But as I've grown, I realized that was just God's joy within me, like getting me through.
Yeah.
And me taking strength from there. Like, even my girls would tell you, like, I love having a good time. When I would send them off to go and do things, I'd be like, okay, have fun. Like, that was one of my, like, priorities. You go, you have fun.
Yeah, that's awesome.
And so there were times when my mom was available here and there. There were times where I had friends here and there. And I think one of the other things that I was thinking about as far as, like, how I strengthened myself, sometimes being strong is opposite of the strength that we need. Meaning, I think that there was a lot of times that I was strong by not feeling, just plowing through. Yeah. Just picking up and doing what needed to be done. Yeah. So as much as, like, the finding joy, joy being my strength, there was a time where I had to realize learning how to vocalize my feelings was also a strength. Because I feel like as a single mom, I didn't feel like I could express that I was frustrated. I had to keep moving, you know. But when I learned to express my feelings, when I learned that being emotionally healthy was figuring out how you feel, and sometimes even telling the kids, like, I'm upset right now, you know. So I think we try to be perfect for our kids. And thinking that that's going to help them, but then again, like, if you're not giving them a training ground of, like, even mommy gets upset, even mommy gets frustrated and overwhelmed, and I don't really know what to do right now, give me some time, you know, like, we'll get back.
We will get through this.
We will get through this, but I just need a moment to breathe. If I don't show them that I go through that, then when they get in a super anxious moment, they won't know that it's okay not to have all the answers. So for so long, like in the beginning, I think I was just doing, you know, and Strong was not paying attention to those things, or just, you know, like I said, getting stuff done, which I think is a strength. Getting, you know, learning how to just get stuff done in super stressful situations is a strength. But then there came a time where it was like, this isn't gonna be useful. Like, I can't sustain this. And it's not going to be useful for them not to learn how to control or express their emotions either. So then strength came from actually learning how to articulate how I was feeling and processing through it. Not just using that joy to get through it, or to cover it up in some situations.
That is amazing. Such good tools. Like, just such key revelation, really, as a mom and as a parent, where you're like, I'm freaking out. Okay, guys, we're gonna do it together. We're gonna get through this,
and it's okay. I literally had a conversation one time. I don't even know what I was. You know, I was frustrated about something, so I was kind of like, and you know, I was, you know how we do, right? I'm just like going off about it, and then I was, not only was I saying, I don't like this, but I was saying, and I don't like this because da 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 da, or this makes me feel da 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 da. And then there was a pause moment, and I said, "Is this helpful?" And they were like, "Yeah, because even though you're upset, at least we know why you're upset, you know." And I said, "Okay." I said, because I just remember people getting upset and not knowing why. So I figured if I tell you why, you know, at least maybe you can understand. And it was just so funny because I was so frustrated. I maybe didn't deliver, you know, as best as I could, but just the things to ask and to get that feedback, and they were like, no, it is super helpful. not just feel like, oh, she's upset, but like to hear why, you know.
Yeah, because they can process a why.
Absolutely.
That's awesome.
Absolutely.
Oh my gosh. Denise, man, you have such good wisdom in parenting, and just such good wisdom in how to do it well, even being a single mom for so long. And so thanks for being on the show. We love you. I love you.
Thank you for having me.
Oh my gosh, you're brilliant. I love having you.
Thank you.
And you guys, thank you so much for joining. Please come back next time. We're going to have Denise back again.
Yay.